This is a review of Gemara and Eruvin, Daf Dalet. We pick it up from the bottom of Gimel and Beis. The Gemara is discussing this machlekes, how big is the Amos? The Amos 6 Tvachim, and we said that when it comes to Kalayim, the Amos is going to end up being a Chumrah. Says the Gemara, what about the Ritzufim? What about the consecutive rows? Run Gimel and Beis, 5 lines into the wide lines. Barba Amos, the Kula comes out to be a Kula to now learn to the Mishnah. Karamana 2 Al Pachis Marba Amos. If your are planted on less than 4 amos, if Shimon Aimer ain't a karim, it's not a karim. According to Shimon, it's not a karim. If it's not a karim, what comes out? It's not a vineyard, then you're allowed to, plant something else next door to it. So it says the Gemara, according to Shimon, if it's not a karim, it comes out to be a kula, because you have 4 times 6, you have 24 tfachim, and it's not going to be a karim, therefore it's going to be a kula, you can plant something else. According to the Chachamim, he says, view the middle guys if they're not there. Answers the Rabbana, answers the Gemara, Kirabana, going to the Rabbana, Damri, Avi Karen, is a vineyard. Really going with the opinion of Shimon. The same there to keep on saying the majority of the Amos in a Chanami that there are certain cases end up being a Kula, but most of the time it ends up being a 6 Tefach Hama, and that will be a Chumrah. Says the Gemara, 2 lines on the bottom, Rav Mishmei Rav Nachman Hamer. Call Amos Vashisha. He argues and he says all Amos, everything seemingly is a 6 Tefach Hama. These are seichos, these are wider the fingers. These are squinch your fingers together. It says in the Raisa, all Amos that Chazal said are 6 Tvach Mamu Bilvan, moving on to the Amud Aleph, Shay Mechuvana, he said they should not be all the same, they have to be slightly different. According to Rav, this price makes a lot of sense, that they're all 6 Tvach Mamu, some are a little bit wider than the other. Comes like Abai, and Abai teaches us, no, what does it mean Amos Kalayim? Read the Braisa to mean Amos Kalayim of Amos Bashisha. He says, how can you say that? The Rosh Gamliel says just that we're talking about Kalayim. Those are not exact. What does Tanikama mean? Kol Amos Kamer. Tanikama means all Amos. Says the Gemara, I'm Abaye, but I'm eager Rosh Gamliel to give a seat. Says Abaye, Rosh Gamliel like me. What are you asking on me? And now Dami Rosh Gamliel. Says Gemara, Abaye, Vadi Tanai. According to Abaye, it's Machlekes Rosh Gamliel. Tanikama. L'Rava Milei Tanai. I'm L'Rava Rosh Gamliel. As Tashmin Rosh Gamliel is coming to teach us. Amas Kalayim Lo Yitzam Same. Rosh Gamliel's Kufa come to explain what does the Tanikama mean that it's Shloim Chuvanais. It means Shalayim and Samsein should not be exactly the same. But Amas Kalayim Leim Samsein. But Amma Bashisha Muti. What do I have to say the actual words of Amma Bashisha? Lav the Muti Amas Sukkah Amas Mavoi Lo the Muti Amma Yisoid Amma Seifed. The Amma of the foundation and the part around the Mizbeach. The Sevi Lamidas of Mizbeach. But Amos these are Midas of the Mizbeach. But Amos Amma B'Tayveach. What if Amma and a Tefach a 6 Tefach Amma. V'Chek B'Amma the base and Amma V'Amma Reichav and Amma of the width. Ugvula Al Sfasa and the border to the edge. Saviv Zeres Echad. V'Zeh Gam Mizbeach. This is the Abba of the Mizbeach. So how we explain this pasuk? Chayka Amma, what does it mean? The base, Zeyisoid, that's the base. V'Amma Reichav, in the width, Zeyisoid, that's the part that goes around the middle. Ugvula and its boundary, Fasa Saviv Eila Karanis, that's referring to the horns. V'Zeh Gam Mizbeach, Zem Mizbeach, Hazav, and these are all the times that we're going to use the 5 Tefach measurement. Says the Gemara 2 Das Aleph 10 lines to the bottom. Amar Rav Chia Barashi Amarav. Shiurin, Chatzitzin, Mechitzin, these 3 items, Allah, L'Moshe Sinai. These are 3 items, 3 dinim, as the Gemara is about to prove, are dinim that we learn out from Moshe and Sinai, not from the Torah. That's the Gemara number 1. Shiurin, you learn a shiur from Moshe? No, you don't. Deraisu, it's a pasuk in the Torah. To say what does the Torah say? It's Chitu Saira. Now the Gemara explains the Gemara. Rav Chanan Kol HaPasuk said this entire pasuk the Shiurin Namar has come to teach us Shiurin. Chita, what's the week? Chadadan and Echlon, the base of Manuga, Kelak, Sivas, and Delav, to be Yadav. So one enters in a house that's full of saras, and he's holding his kelim, and his shoes, and his ring is in his hand. They're not wearing them. Who aim to me out right away? They are tummy. But if he's wearing the kelim, if he's wearing the shoes, and the rings on his finger, then who tummy be out? He's tummy right away. They ain't him, and everything else is going to be tar ad. Until he saves the amount of time to eat half a loaf of bread of chitin. That's the shear, and that's the shear of chitin that we learned up in the Torah. And not the barley bread meats lift and they eat with relish. Saira, what's the barley? What did we learn out from that part of the pasuk? Now we learned to the Mishnah. Etzem Kasaira, the bone like the barley bean metam with bag of masa is metam with touching and moving. Metam oil is not metam with oil amis. Geffen, what is the vineyard? That's when the nazir get malchus. Moving on to the Amuna base. Tina, what does the pasuk mean when it says Tina figs? Gregor's like Shabbos. It's Mount for Shabbos carrying in Shabbos. Remind the pomegranate kill it down. Kokli balabatim. So you all the killing balabatim. Their shears are remind. Then when you get a hold the size of a remind, that's when it's not makabel tum anymore. Ever say Shamun Dvash. Ever shekol shirak because all their shirim are like olives. Kol shirim sagadaita. But you got on the marn. You just told me 5 different shurim which aren't as high. Ella ima eretz sharav shurim says most of them are barley. Or not, I'm sorry. Davashku says like Yom Kippurim, a large date that you're chayav for eating on Yom Kippur. So says the Gemara, we see all these things are before the Torah. So why are you telling me that shurim, that din of shurim is lachal Moshe Sinai? V'tez bra shurim mechtav ksivi, where this actually written explicitly. Ella elchsaninu really it's lachal Moshe Sinai. Vasvachin Rabbanan not crying. The Rabbanan came along and said we could see it in the pasuk, but really it is lachal Moshe Sinai. Number 2 was what the Rav Chibra say chatzitz in the din of chatzitza. Daraisa nenu, but it's a din daraisa. Says the Gemara. Why telling me lachal Moshe Sinai? The pasuk in the Torah says brachas kol b'sar b'mayim. You should wash your entire flesh with water. Shlei davar chaytzis bein b'sar l'mayim. Should be nothing separating between you and the water. B'mayim b'mei mikvah. It means the waters of the mikvah. Kol b'sarai mayim shkol gufay elabem. It means all the water that your entire body goes into. V'kama, how much is that? Hinam al amarim gimel amos 1 by 1 by 3 amos. The minimum size of a mikvah. V'shur Chazal taught us how much is 1 by 1 by 3. 3 cubit amos is mei mikvah sa mem sa. That's 40 sa. Okay, so what do we see? We see that the din of chatzitza is a din daraisa. The entire body has to be in the mikvah. We see we learn that from the pasuk. Answers the Gemara. Kitzur gilch. So what's a lachal Moshe Sinai? L'sayre for you're here. Rava bar Ravuna dam Rava Ravuna nema achas 1 hair. Kshur v'tana not chatzitza. That's it is a chatzitza. Shalish 3 years ain't a chatzitza. Shnayim in yodeh. So this din of 1 not being chatzitza, that's what we learn out from the lachal Moshe Sinai. Says the Gemara, what are you talking about? Sayre nami daraisa in who? Daraisa who? Your hair. The fact that it's a chatzitza is also din daraisa. Tani we learned to the bright. Brachas kol b'sari. It says in the pasuk brachas es kol b'sari. Es atavel b'sari. The word es comes to see that's auxiliary to your body. That's your hair. So we see we also learn out from the Torah. Answer the Gemara because the Eruvin lemita ulamakbid u'she'enei makbid. It's coming to teach us the din. What is lachal Moshe Sinai? Avroid miyat makbid ain't makbid. Rav Yitzchak is Gemara now explains. Damar Rav Yitzchak dvar Torah midaraisa rubai makbid love chaytzis. If you're saying covering the majority of your body and you care about it, that's a chatzitza daraisa. V'she'enei makbid. If you don't care about Allah, ain't a chaytzis. It's not chaytzis. Because you and the Chazal came along with 2 gzeres. Number 1, al rubai she'enei makbid the majority of your body. If you don't care about it, misham rubai makbid because of right that yes makbid. Va'amuta makbid. They made a gzera on the miyat, the minority of your body that you care about. Misham rubai makbid. That is halach Moshe Sinai. This din derabanan. Says Mar v'likzanam amita she'enei makbid mishamita makbid inam misham rubai she'enei makbid. Why are they making gzera miyat that you're not makbid on? And says Gemara, you go for gzera on and nikum gzera. You make gzera and gzera. We don't do that. So it comes out that is halach Moshe Sinai. This din of chatzitza with regard to miyat makbid and miyat she'enei makbid. That's last part was what mechitza is. Then a mechitza we said halach Moshe Sinai. Says Gemara, what are you talking about? Right? Damar Mar Tisha. Alright, Tisha v'kabayir tefach and asara is 10 tefachim. So we see that the din of machita is already said in the Torah. Like tzrichler Rav Yehuda Damar Amos binyan, b'Amos b'ashisha is the 6 tefachama, Amos kelim, b'Amos b'aschamisha is the 5 tefachama. So according to Rav Yehuda, 5 times 1.5 is 7.5 tefachim plus the 1 of the lid is going to be 8.5. We don't know the din of 10 tefachim of a mechitza. That's lachal Moshe Sinai. Says Mar, very good. According to Rav Yehuda, the Rameir Dam Kolam Moshe b'Beinan him are the average time with 6 tefachim of Michael and Meimar. The Rameir gives the good love of the Devin Akuma. According to Rameir, you're right. What is the din of mechitza? It's not going to the regular mechitza of 10 tefachim. Them teaching the din of mechitza of good asik, the walls descend, walls ascend. Good asik, good achis. Love it that we fill up 3 tefachim gaps to live in akuma band wall. Things that we'll see Mirta Shem throughout the Masechta. Let's finish up by Gavai Master Mam. We said in the Mishnah that if the kaira, if the horizontal beam is above 20 amos, ubalamayit, and you come to be mamai, you come to lower it. Kamamayit, how much should you lower it? Says the Gemara. Kamamayit, come to zarech. Depends. 23 amos high, you have to lower 3 amos. As the Gemara, no. Elo roch lebekama. If you're lowering it by raising the floor, how wide does the floor have to be? Rav Yisrael Marteva Chabayim Marba. We'll pick up from here tomorrow.